Yeah. Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the bass. My A-spoon goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never.
Tonight, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida,
it's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jackson looking to throw right away.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. Well, there's a new man here under center. What do you think they saw to acquire him, Charles?
I think they went back to their old scouting reports because those never go away. And I think that they liked him when he was coming out of school. Didn't have the opportunity to get him. But now with this opportunity, they think they can get him back to his former level.
The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. And Jackson throwing once more. Going to throw right side here, complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Throwing is Jackson. Buying time to his left.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Jackson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
1st and goal. A good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Here's Jackson to throw. Touchdown! David Njoku. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Throwing to start the drive. McManus. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Touchdown, Browns! From 19 yards away. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make the score 14-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Operating from the gun, McManus. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, McManus. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Taken from just outside the 30. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Cleveland offense making their way out. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Another completion there. And we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it? Not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well. Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
10 more there and another first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Jackson.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Like somebody thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Jackson being chased out left.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, 29 yards.
And the Browns are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So now here come the Dolphins.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McManus.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs.
The touchdown! Marquez Valdez-Scantling from 13 yards out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point right down the middle. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw. McManus.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Jackson now. Steps away to his left.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Touchdown, Browns. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Browns are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Operating from the gun, McManus. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and 2, McManus. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
After the interception, here's Jackson.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's caught by Waller out left side. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it is 42-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in the first game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 4th down, McManus. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. It's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They go play action with Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson forced out to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Looking to throw. Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Jackson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 23. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, McManus. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the handoff, running left, Singletary. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Singletary again. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A give, Singletary right side. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. McManus. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Now Jackson on first down. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Browns just continue to roll. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They run it again with Chubb, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great play there. With now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Browns have opened the lead up to 60. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with career touchdown number 70.
And the Browns get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
23 yards on the play. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They go right back to Singletary. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd down and 3.
Back to throw. McManus. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Dancing to his left.
And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 35-yard line. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The Browns on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Looking to throw. Jackson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. Back to throw. Jackson. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Isaiah Pacheco halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Browns are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. The catch and run good for 18 and a first down. Looking to throw. McManus. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg, and boom, over the crossbar.
The Browns drive about to get started. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
106 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
They go with Chubb on second down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Back to throw. Jackson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The Charles are still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of the season.
So for the Browns,
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches.